Hello there! Today I will show you how to build this epic apple house in Minecraft. If you want to make this exactly, you need to be in 1.16 plus, as this building features a chain. Here's a small showcase of the apple. Afterwards you will see the blocks that are required, and then you can follow me along and build this piece of fruit. Here are all the materials you need. I recommend making a bit more red concrete and preparing a bit of extra wood in case something goes wrong or my counting was off. Also, if you'd like some variation, consider placing the windows in different spots or even mix other red blocks like red terracotta or red wool. Also, apples are not always red. You can definitely make a green version of it as well, and it will look equally well. Start this build off by taking all red concrete, brown concrete, red glass and green wool. Make sure you have an area of at least 11 by 11 wide and 16 high. Then go to the middle and place a square of red concrete of 3 by 3 and extend it by one row of 3 concrete on all 4 sides. You can also make a square of 5 by 5 and remove the 4 corner blocks. Afterwards you want to make some sort of ring around it, so that it looks like a ball. Make sure this ring connects with itself. If everything goes to plan, you will need 24 blocks for that ring. For the third layer, you want to once again extend the building in width and height. Place 5 red concrete blocks behind all sides and fill in the remaining gaps with floating concrete blocks. For this, you will once again need 24 red concrete blocks. Layer 4 is next, and now things are changing around a bit. Instead of a 5 long side, we will make it 3 long, taking the middle blocks. On the edges of the long sides, come 1 block back in and extend that so that you get some sort of 3-2-2-3 pattern. In total, you need 28 blocks for this layer. Layer 5, 6 and 7 are all somewhat the same. Don't extend outwards anymore, just upwards. Place a row of 5 red concrete blocks on the rows of 3 and repeat this process twice. Fill in the gaps between the long sides by building on the most outer blocks of the rows of 2 from the previous layer. If it goes correctly, you get a 5-1-1-5 pattern now, that is 3 blocks high. If you are really attentive, you will see a pattern now with the bottom as well, as we are now making that same shape but then on the 4 sides. In the middle block of all these 4 walls, you can remove the concrete, or what I did, just not place him, and replace it by a glass block. These will be the windows, and if you have some more variety going on, you can even place the windows in different spots. Now that we've made the middle part, we can do the exact same thing as previously, but then mirrored. Place a row of 3 red concrete on all 4 sides and then come 1 block back and place the 2 block rows. Basically this is the same as before, creating a 3-2-2-3 pattern. Since we are mirroring, the next step requires 24 red concrete blocks again. Make the 4 sides of 5 simply by connecting the 2 inner blocks of the rows of 2 every time, and lastly place a single block every time between the rows of 5. You may need some temporary blocks. Once again we will be mirroring a layer. Just make the ring from layer 2 but then higher. This means that all these blocks are directly connected. Layer 11 is the last layer of this ball shape, but now we won't mirror layer 1 entirely. The extensions of the 3 by 3 square are still being mirrored, but the square itself isn't. Instead, you will first need to connect the 4 corner blocks from the previous layer. This flattens the ceiling from the inside, which will make it prettier to look at. For that, we'll need 12 red concrete blocks. You also need to fill in the 9 blocks, not on the top layer but the layer below that, because an apple has some sort of dent where the stem from the leaf is coming from. The apple is almost done now, but one thing is missing, the stem and its leaf. For that we need 5 brown terracotta and 19 wool. Start by placing a tower of 3 brown terracotta in the middle of the top square. Then extend the stem 1 block upwards and backwards with 2 in height. On the top block, start placing 7 green wool in a row in the same direction as the first part of the stem. On the last 2 blocks of these 7, you can place 5 more green wool blocks on top and then place 3 green wool below the row of 7, exactly in the middle. So far, you should have used 15 wool. Last but not least, make the leaf thicker by placing 2 extra blocks in the middle part of either side, like I did. This is your leaf, but feel free to make your own one or even exclude the leaf, since some apples don't even have leaves anymore. To finish the exterior of the apple, fill in the windows, then get the rest of your materials for the interior. Go to a side and place 2 red concrete blocks against the left and right block of the bottom. Then place a block on top of the second blocks you just placed, so that it connects to the third layer. This requires 6 red concrete and will form your entrance. Remove the block that is at your eye height and the block from the first layer that is behind that. Replace the grass block with an oak slab and build a 3-high staircase, in which the last stair block needs support by an oak block, or just any blocks because you won't see it anyways. Place 1 block behind that last staircase and use 12 red concrete blocks to fill in the second layer. You can also fill in the remaining 2 gaps of 3. I didn't do that for some reason, but you can definitely do that if you want to. Use 4 oak planks on either side of the staircase to level up the wall with the floor. Below this floor, nothing will happen anymore. At the back side of the house, place another oak block on the left side of the single right concrete block and do the same on the right side of the left concrete block. On the other side, place jack-o'-lanterns. They will provide light. You should also use these at both sides of these single blocks, but then on the front part of the interior, around the staircase. You will therefore need 6 jack-o'-lanterns. Also, you need to fill up the floor with oak slabs. That is cheaper than oak planks. At the back side of the apple, start placing the green carpets in a U shape like this. Make sure that you cover the jack-o'-lanterns, as these blocks are kinda ugly. At the entrance, place 3 oak trapdoors against the left or right wall next to the staircase. This provides extra security, and on the trapdoor that is closest to the exit, you can place a green carpet to complete the U shape. You can also place the door right now just on the grass block. Back to the back side. You want to fill in the missing 6 concrete blocks here, but not the lower row between the other sides. Then connect all the corner blocks on the ceiling with your red concrete. This altogether requires 35 red concrete. Time to make the hidden storage, the 1x1 bunker and the bedroom. Grab 31 spruce trapdoors and place them all on the back frame, so not the wall with the window but 1 block in front of that. I recommend placing them on the bottom part of the blocks, but most importantly, you need to make sure that when you flick the trapdoors, they form a small wall that leaves exactly 1 block between that wall and the red wall with the window. You might need to place trapdoors on trapdoors with the shift key in order to get them in place. Also, don't place them in the 4 corner blocks. Practically you can place them in the top corners, but you can't place them in the lower corners because of the carpets, and then it's about aesthetics. What do you prefer? In front of the window, place another trapdoor which creates a 1x1 space below the trapdoor. This can function as a bunker if you need to hide. Flick down the second layer of trapdoors to place 4 more spruce trapdoors on top of them, but keep the middle block empty. We will place the beds and barrels in the end. Now for the final parts of the interior. On the side with the door, place a crafting table with 2 armor stands next to them. In the middle, on the ceiling, place a chain and a lantern for extra light. Grab your chest and place a chest on the right side. Go to the left side, place a cauldron in the middle, fill it with water, place 4 furnaces next to it and put a grey carpet on both furnaces. Then place 2 brewing stands on the remaining blocks next to them. Go behind the spruce trapdoors and place 4 barrels, and on top of the barrels you can place to green or just any color beds. Here's a final demonstration of the apple house. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Minecraft content. Hopefully you like the design, and if you built this yourself, feel free to share it, but you can also do it if you didn't build it yourself. Also, feel free to modify the design to make it better. I'm sure your twist will make it even cooler. For now, I will see you later, and don't be a traitor. Goodbye.